going on, guys? Welcome again to another instalment of Twisted Vapor. So today we are looking at a very nice RTA. The RTA we're looking at today is the new one from OBS. It's the Engine 2 RTA. So without further ado, let's dive on down into the box. Okay then, so let's take a look at the new OBS Engine 2 RTA. As you can see, this is the top of the packaging, and we do have a picture of the OBS sat right there, and we do have Engine 2 wrote down there in its usual OBS yellow style. So let's take a look around the box then. So at the side of the box we do have our OBS scratch and check there, as well as Engine 2 RTA wrote there. Top of the box we're going to see a nice little yellow inner box. At the side of the box we are going to see the Engine 2 again there, as well as the Instagram and Facebook QR codes there. At the bottom of the box obviously we're going to see the yellow side again, and on the underside we are going to have a brief description of what comes in the box, as well as the colour options available. And as you can see, we have the stainless steel version right here. So to get inside the box, we just take off this little sleeve, and as you can see, we are looking at a very OBS style box, very yellow. So let's pull off the little tab here like so, and we can get into the actual box itself. We do have the OBS presented to us right there, as well as a little box containing all our accessories. So in our little box of accessories we are going to find our usual bits and bobs, guys. We're going to find our user manuals, we're going to find our spare glass, we're also going to find a set of coils, and we're also going to find a silica packet and a bag of O-rings and spare screws. Now the spare glass, guys, holds 5 ml of e-liquid, just like the tank that comes pre-installed. So there is no difference in tank size there with your spare as well as your main tank. So let's take a look then at the main tank then, shall we? So this is the OBS Engine 2 RTA. As you can see, it pretty much looks virtually the same as the original OBS engine. A few little differences here and there, but overall a very nice, very nice looking tank. So let's start from the top and work our way down, and then we'll do some sizes. So at the top we do have a removable 510 drip tip, which is a resin one. We do have 2 double O-rings down there as well, and we can simply just put that back into place and change our drip tips as and when we feel like it. So that's a very nice little thing there. We also have fully adjustable top airflow, which does spin all the way around. So we do have our adjustable airflow. We do have a side filling port. If we just look for our little indication arrow there, that will tell us where the hole is, and if we just give that a little pull up like so, we can then fill up with e-liquid. And then if we just give that a push down, and it's then sealed. Moving a bit further down then, guys, we do have our 5 ml capacity glass, and then along the bottom here we do have designed by OBS and OBS Engine 2 wrote here, as well as a little protruding 510 pin. So to get into this then, guys, to break it down, we just unscrew the bottom here like so, and then we can put our finger in like so and remove our glass for ease of cleaning. We do have our lovely little double chimney section there going in, as you can see, for our top airflow section. Very nice, very well made, guys, as well. This whole construction is made out of 304 food grade stainless steel, so there is absolutely no issues with the materials. Take a little look then at the deck, and as you can see, the deck is quite an interesting one. So our coils don't sit in its usual formation, as they do hang upside down in this one, and I will show you how to coil this one up step by step with no fast forwards, as this can be a little tricky to do if you are a first time builder. And to be fair, it is probably not one that I would recommend for all you newbie builders out there, as this can be a bit fiddly and can also be a bit messy at times as well. So I will give you step-by-step instructions on how to build this all together in a moment. So first of all, let's put it all back together and do our sizes. So we put it all back together like so. Get out the calipers. Okay, so let's remove our drip tip, as it is removable, so therefore we will not include the drip tip on the measurement here. So we just zero this out. So top to bottom, not including the drip tip then, guys, we are looking at 42.02, and the diameter of this, guys, not including this little lip here, you see that it does slope down, so we'll go on the point that it will be sat on your mods. It is 24.50, and then if we take it to the glass, you are looking at 25.80. So that is all our little sizes out of the way there. Let's put our drip tip back in like so. We just unscrew this again, and then let's bring in our tab and we'll get a build put in this. So we do have Phillips screws going into our posts on this. There we go, just screw it into place like so. Move this over. Okay, so let's get this coiled up then. So the first thing I want to do then is I want to unscrew all 4 post screws, as it does make it that little bit easier to build. So what we'll do is pull them all the way out like so. And then do it on the opposing side. Quite squeaky screws. There we go. So once we've got all our post screws opened up like that then, guys, we can then get our coils. And what we want to do initially is we want to hang our coils upside down. So our coils are going to be sat roughly underneath like so. And the way we want to do it is we want to put our coil so where it is just sat roughly around about there. Now the reason for that is because of our airflow system, and our airflow system does come through here and here, and we've got our juice ports either side. So we do want our coil to be sat quite nicely there. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our coil in, and the way I've been doing this is I've been popping it in like so, and then if we just give it a little push over so it does get past that second bit of post like so, and as you can see it then just pops in like that. Now what I've been doing then, guys, is I've been pulling one lead slightly up, as you can see there. We don't want it all the way down, we do want it slightly up. So if we pull it slightly up and then pin down that first one there, that first leg, we can then pin down the second leg. Now we don't want to over pin these down, just lightly do it because we are going to adjust it. And then if we get our little coiling jig in here like so and give it a push, we can then get the coiling jig in properly, and we can then position this coil exactly where we want it like so. Now once we have it where we roughly want it, what we can do then is we can then put our coil jig straight back in. We can hold it into the exact position that we would like it in, and then we can tighten these screws down completely. As you can see, they're nice and tight now. And then if we get our little snips, and we can trim our legs completely off like so. There's one. There's two. Now let's do the same on the opposing side. We get our coil, we go in one side first, and then we simply push in our other leg like so, and then we do the same thing again. So if we can put our leg, our post, start again. If we put our coil tool in like so, we can then lift this up on the second side and do the same again, slightly tightening so we can adjust. like so. And then once we've got it where we want it, we can push it where we need it. And then tighten these legs once again. Like so. And then all we have to do then is trim our leads again. There's one. And there's two. And that's it, guys. As you can see, she is sat really nicely in the middle there. We're away from the deck, so we're not going to get any shorts. We are nicely above the airflow, as you can see, and we are positioned really nicely in the center between the two juice ports either side there. So the next thing to do then is to give these a nice light pulsing, and then what we'll do is we will throw in some cotton. Okay, so once you have lightly pulsed your coils, as you can see I have lightly pulsed my coils now, we can then start with the wicking. So all we have to do is cut off a nice little piece of cotton for either side. Okay. So we have our cotton. And we just give one side a little twist like so. Makes it a little bit easier to thread through. And then all we're going to do then, guys, is we're just going to pull it back and forth so we can feel a bit of a pinch going on. And then we are going to trim. Now what I've been doing, guys, is I've been trimming the cotton down roughly on the same length as the outer side of the tank. Now there is a little well down at the base here underneath these holes, so what we want to do is we do want to put it so where it is on the outer side of this tank, so when we do put it in there is going to be a little tiny bit poking into that little well. So what we do is we just go over to the tank like so, use the edge of the tank as the guide, and we do the same thing on the opposing side. So as you can see, we do have this lovely little bow tie thing going on. And if we just hold one side so we can just rake the other side a little bit, we can then pop that into the hole, like so. Now I've not stuffed it in there, guys, I've not stuffed that cotton in, it's just been placed nicely into the hole, as you can see. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the other side, so we just use our finger there so the cotton can come out the other side. And I'll show you again, we're just going to get the cotton, we're just going to pinch it up, and we're just going to place it, not shove, we're not going to stuff it, we're not going to wrangle it in there, we're just going to place it onto the holes and let the cotton find its own way down into that juice well, just there, like so, as you can see. So we have both sides of the juice ports now nicely covered with cotton. We have our coil sat right above the airflow. So all we have to do now then, guys, is do the opposing side, and then we can fill it up with juice and give this thing a vape. So let's get the other side done. So as you can see then, we have got our cotton all nice and ready to go, and it is ready for a nice juicing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back up top, we're going to fill it up with some juice, and we're going to give this thing a vape. Okay, so that was a up close and personal look then at the new OBS Engine 2 RTA. So we have it sat on a mod, we have it sat on the Innokin Proton. The juice we are using is some of my personal favourite, which is Sussex Vapors Strawberry Slush. Links to this juice and all their other fantastic juices will be in the description below. So we've got this sat at 75 watts with the airflow wide open. Let's give this thing a vape. nice vapor production there, very smooth airflow, really pronounced flavour coming through, very nice. So let's move on to our pros and our cons, and at the end I'll tell you where you can go and get this for yourself. So the first pro of the day is the fact that it is an RTA, and as you already know, I love being able to build my own coils and such, so the fact that it's an RTA is the first pro of the day. So there is the first one. The second one is the fact that we do have a removable drip tip and we can customise it to our own personal leisure. So there is our next pro. The next pro I have for this, guys, is the airflow. The airflow system on this is really nice. I really like the airflow system on this, and you know, OBS, they know how to do a very good top airflow system. So there is our next pro. The next pro I have for this tank, guys, is the quickness of the top fill. I love just being able to easily fill my tanks up really quickly on the fly. I love that, so to be able to do that with this is fantastic. So yeah, there's our next pro there. The next pro, guys, I have for this is the fact that it came with two 5mm glasses. I really do like the fact that it came with two 5mm glasses. So there is our next pro. The next pro I have for this is the overall build construction of this. I really like it. It's made out of 304 food grade stainless steel, and it is a really strong and reliable RTA. So for that, it's got to have a pro. The next pro I have for this tank, guys, is the build deck. Now I know the build deck is a little bit tricky to start off with when you do first get this, and it might be a little bit daunting to some people. But once you have had a bit of time with it, and you know, you spend that extra bit of time playing with your coils and getting it just right, then yeah, it is a fantastic build deck. The airflow around where the coil section is also fantastic. I love the way how it completely envelops your coils full of air. I really do like that, giving you a nice cool pleasant vape, and I really do like that. The next pro I have for this is the colour options that are available. Link again will be down in the description below of where you can go and get it for yourself in terms of the colours, as well as things like that. The next pro I have for this is the price point. The price point for this, you're looking around about £25–26. The highest I've seen it so far is 27. Again, I will post links down in the description of where you can go and get this for around about 25 quid, £26. So that will be down in the description below. And I think that's it in terms of pros. There's a lot of pros for this tank, guys. It is a very nice RTA. Really am enjoying using it. I'm going to take another vape and then we'll move on to cons. Really nice, absolutely really nice. Okay guys, so in terms of cons, I've not really found any cons as such. There is one that I would have rather liked to have seen being done, but I guess in terms of the way its construction is, I can kind of see where they were going with it, which is the 510 drip tip. I would have rather seen an 810 personally myself, but because of the construction of it and the way the top airflow section works, I can see why they went for a 510 drip tip. So it's more of a little personal con, but other than that, there is no general cons with this RTA. It is a fantastic RTA. You're getting a lot for your money, and I really do like this. So amazing. So yeah, I will post links down in the description below where you can go and pick this lovely RTA up for yourself, and I think that about wraps it up for this one. So until the next time, guys, I'll see you again. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, guys, and why not subscribe for more, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll never miss out on our latest video. Until then, guys, I will catch you again in the next review.